that they are just gonna fall off, right? How do you regain your confidence? How could you comfortably sit in your chair in front of your PC and play in the LCK and say, I'm the best team, I'm the defending world champions, I'm the #1 team, after getting 2-0'd by these kinds of compositions that are so out of the box? But on the other hand, I trust Gen.G with this composition. I wouldn't have if we hadn't just watched them totally dominate the early game with that Quinn composition just moments ago, and then still make the right decisions in the late game, still make those tough calls, and still bring it back. I trust Gen.G's composition here. As weird as it is, I feel like they know how to execute it.
I do too. I actually think that they've built themselves like a beautiful, just normal brick wall style of composition that can just comfortably fight front to back. They can set up around objectives. They can do everything that they shouldn't have been able to do. Everything. And just be a brick wall. Is Canyon gonna find a boot back there onto BDD. Threaded volley not gonna come back off cooldown, but BDD's still gonna have to flash to get out of those pebbles. Now the horse getting slapped on the behind, just a little bit there.
Take this away, I think. I don't think you can fight for this.
Oh, BDD gets the flash out of Canyon. That was fantastically played, but Threaded Volley's still going to do a fair bit of work as Beryl goes for the engage, but he gets completely interrupted. Life now trying to run out of this one. A four-man Naru to the wall as Rascal finds a four-man wallop afterwards, gets congratulated with that first blood, and Gen.G limp away. The zombie Scion not able to catch up to Khan right here as the stuns come in, and they'll take a well-deserved Shelly. Should be able to grab their Mountain Drake.
Let me grab that one. Drake for a Drake here in terms of the control in this early game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Once again, Crashdown comes in. Yeah, Life. See whether he can taxi to get himself out of the way. That face breaker was really cool.
Luckily, these are veterans and world champions. And this is a very big bounce back. Not so much for Rascal down here in the new side lane.
Rascal desperately doesn't want to use his ultimate, as now he gets he walks in front of Khan, and unfortunately he's not going to be able to get that one to work. But still, that's good. Still going to be a flash for flash, and the ignite now down for Life as well. Exactly the hugest deal is, oh dear, Shifting Sands comes in. That's a beautiful magnet storm as Beryl takes control of the fight, gets out in the nick of time as well as now Life. He's going to try and break some faces, but he's going to die for it as Canyon picks up the kill, and now Rascal's in trouble. Showmaker finds the bubble as well, as you can see the ward right in position. Goodbye, my friend. That is a dead Scion. The zombie not going to be able to do anything either from over the wall. It's Flawless. He runs really fast, but that's not helping them in this fight at all. As the boulder comes forward, Ruler trying to stand his ground, and another beautiful Gnar into the wall. The Empress Divide's decent, but it's not going to save BDD.
Scion works with this composition. Like, I see he's tanky. I see he could offer a lot in team fights. I'm going to watch this replay again. Nice flash from Showmaker. Everybody's pretty far forward here in this fight for Gen.G, including Rascal. But it's just Beryl. Crash down into the fight, pulls everybody in, and look at the damage output. Canyon is helping to keep the members from retreating mid, so they actually have to take the long way around. That's actually a really nice play from Canyon. Then Life gets picked off, and there's just no way to escape. Like, Flawless is desperately trying to run to the top side of the map. Sleep goes down here on the Rascal. Nice cut off there. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where the Scion fits in here, but he's very tanky. Can threaten you a lot in some of these longer fights, can help set up for your damage dealers, but he's mostly dead weight, unfortunately, in this game, and a big play from Beryl is going to guarantee them this Baron, which is no doubt already
Khan's just playing frontline really beautifully right now. He's looking so threatening as there's the train, but it's once again lands only onto one. There's the showstopper, though, as he gets thrown out, and I think they're just a little bit too far behind. Rascal goes golden, but he's going to die afterwards. And there it is. It's a double kill for Ghost, as now Flawless is being hunted down. Khan looking to try and get back to his team now. They don't really mind about what the Udyr is doing because he's done basically nothing this game. As they'll take down this inhibitor. The top lane one is also open, free and available. Damwon here will... Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just take down these Nexus turrets. They're done with this game. 30 minutes is well and truly enough time. As Showmaker goes golden, back to his portal as well. As Flawless is here, but Ruler's off to the side. You can see Khan just hops on top of him. The Crashdown going to be avoided, but you can't avoid the Acathian Rain. That one's targeted. As the Emperor's Divide does not find them, that's a really high-value stopwatch. As Canyon is going to burn to death, and it's another double kill for the Zyre. I think that might be an unofficial quadra. As the Nexus is now exposed, Flawless is still here. But he's just still not doing anything at all. And the Nexus falls down as he's running in circles.
Here, you have to put the focus on the jungle bans, like every other team that has been playing him has done, especially DRX. So we take a look at our damage graph here. Khan 20,000.5 damage to 4.6. Again, I'm still trying to figure out if Udyr and Sion existed in this game or if Damwon Kia just won a 5v3.
Well, they barely did, Wolf. Yeah. Only BDD able to do as much damage as the 4th highest on the...
The world champion tied up the series up against Genji with this Game2 victory, and we're going to the distance. What's your take on the draft? I thought you guys thought Genji had the big favor. You could tell Genji prepared really hard for this match. But same as game number 1, Damwon Kia still was going in the pick stat had a very good success in the LCK so far. Whereas Genji was trying to bring some new picks into the meta. However, the game was going with a different storyline in the end, but we also want to praise Genji with this amount of preparation in terms of the champion select. So because they banned out Irelia and Quinn at the same time, well, Genji did not have many options to play up against Gnar. Sion was not a very bad pick, but he was not able to have any agency up against this Gnar pick. The game was a little bit in a very similar situation for a very long time, but at the same time, we can tell that Genji was actually not able to get any points, whereas DK was having a late game composition, so they were happily to take this kind of situation for a long time, but Genji was looking for some actions in the early game, but they were not able to execute it perfectly. Udyr is one of the meta picks here in the LCK, but Damwon Kia actually brought a really nice answer into this champion. So we want to focus on the early game rotation of the two junglers. So he started with this jungle camp in the red camp, actually with his bottom duos, and Talia starts off as the enemy blue buff. So the both junglers took the vertical jungling path. So Udyr was not able to get the highest value of his early game clear speed and movement speed, and watch how Talia actually clears this camp. He leaves one of the wolf in the camp because she already hit level 2, and he made a successful gank on the mid lane and was able to hit level 3 with the wave EXP. Then Talia goes back to the jungle and finishes the full clear path when Udyr actually found Summer lost in the jungle, because watch when he rotates to this wolf camp. Every camps were actually empty, so he went down to the wolf camp and just realized that there was no jungle left but this small little wolf. And he had no camp to farm after that clear, so he actually spent so many time in the vacuum, not able to take any productive action, whereas Talia was able to easily just clear all the camps in the jungle. That was the beginning of the jungle gap that happened in this game. So with these early game wards are going down, actually a lot of laners should feel the gank pressure, but Udyr is actually a very early game farming focused champion, so Genji was not feeling any pressure coming from this Udyr picks in the early game, so they were able to push forward during the laning phase. And there was this team fight, and where we saw a huge weakness of Udyr itself. And also, Azir was getting ahead of himself. So if he goes in all in like that, there is no option for him to actually just jump out. And a lot of players are actually really good at reacting to this Azir Shurima shuffle. So he was not able to find any successful target, whereas Gnar, he just instantly went in with his flash instead of using the hop. He didn't want any casting delay from his stun combo, so he was going really aggressively, and he was able to find 4 targets with his ultimate. A very fantastic mechanical maneuver coming out from Khan, whereas BDD was going a little bit too over-eager but was not able to find any success. And the POG from the Damwon Kia will be Khan on Nar. Damwon Kia is keep sending this message. Why are you guys not banning this Nar out? Khan has been performing perfectly on this champion in many games during the LCK Spring Split. A lot of people were actually putting question mark over to this Nar pick in the beginning of the split, but now more and more players are finding huge success, especially during the team fights on Nar. He was doing a fantastic job up against Quinn as well in game number 1, and up against Sion, he was actually harassing his opponent laner with this Nar pick. Canyon also did a fantastic job, making a lot of contribution over the team's acquirement in game number 2, so Canyon was able to pick up 1 POG vote as well. But Khan indeed is the pillar, a very solid pillar on the side of Damwon Kia, so he was able to pick up that POG award. It's really hard to move up to the first place here in the LCK, so let's check out the game number 3.